Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? It is 2:21 p.m. on Wednesday afternoon. This is Tuesday's vlog. And as you can see, I fell asleep last night and got a really good night's sleep. So I am now vlogging today. There's like an orb or something right there. It must be, oh, I see it. It's like a spot on my camera lens. Well, when I stop the camera, I will clean it off. I actually can even see it and everything. It's like a little spot of dust or something. Anyway, I am going to get my Starbucks right now. It is 79 degrees outside. So, since I didn't vlog yesterday, I'll tell you all about my day yesterday. And, oh, I'm also going to Crumbl cookies. And if there's not a line, then I'm going to run inside and I'm going to do my review and then come back and finish the vlog. So, anyway, yesterday. Well, I had pre-filmed a bunch of videos the night before so that I could go to the pool yesterday with Tanya. So I woke up super early. You guys, I could not sleep at all. I was like, this is gonna sound so corny, but I was so excited about just having a day to go to the pool, that I like really couldn't sleep. I mean, it was really like a kid at Christmas. And so I woke up at like 8:30, 8:40 and took the dogs out, and then I made a cup of coffee and I sat out on the front porch and read my meditation books. Well, at first I attempted to read my meditation books, and then my neighbor from across the street came over and he was wanting to talk to me about a bunch of stuff, so I stood there and talked to him. Then I read my meditation books. Oh, you know what? I was like, I didn't bring my coffee cup, but I did bring my new coffee cup today. Hold on a second.
Hi, welcome to Starbucks. What can I get started for you?
Could I please get a venti iced blonde Americano with an extra shot and two Splenda, please?
2 Splendas, and then what was that other thing?
An extra shot.
An extra shot. Yeah. What else?
That's it.
All right, we'll see you at the window.
All right, thank you.
$4.10.
Okay, thank you. My friend Valerie suggested that since I have so many cups, I should start using a different cup every day, so I brought the gold one today. And I actually just took all the straws because somebody else recommended this, and I was like, I don't know why I didn't think of this. I had them all in the drawer, and I have literally probably like 50 or 60. So the sticker on this cup, I've used this cup many times. Oh, I remember why, because this is like a double-coated sticker that doesn't want to come off. Somebody had recommended to me that I put the straws, like, you know, I mean, it wasn't like it was a genius idea or anything, but it was like I hadn't thought of it, to put all the straws, like, you know, in a cup, and keep them with my cups. So today I used 2 of my mason jars, and I put all of the straws in the mason jars, and it looks really nice. And then I can just go down there and I can just like match the straw with the cup. It's really easy. Why did I think of that? I don't know. Anyway, so my Starbucks cups are like so organized now. But anyway, Valerie was like, you have so many cups, why don't you just use a different one every single day? And I was like, you know what, that's a really smart idea. So I'm going to start using a different Starbucks cup every day, on the days that I remember at least.
Hi there.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Oh, you have a new joke. What's it called when Batman misses church? I don't know what.
Christian Bale.
That's cute. That's a good joke. Hey, how are you doing, Veronica? Veronica, I don't need one now because I have my fancy gold cup with me today. Veronica, you look so different without a mask.
I'm not even on the clock yet because you're making me drink.
Oh, what are you making?
Just making a trench strawberry refresher with a couple pumps of raspberry.
Oh, that sounds good. Are you working today?
Yeah, I work at 3.
All right, have a good one. That was a cute joke. What's it called when Batman misses church? Christian Bale. Get it? Because he's who played... Okay, I don't need to explain it to anybody. You guys are like, Peter, we totally get it. Okay. So, I got up yesterday and went to Costco. That was like the first thing that I did. I always have to like, I can't ever remember like what is the good day to go to Costco, and it is Tuesdays. So I went to Costco, and then I ran a bunch of other errands. I was trying to get a hold of Tanya. Tanya was doing a bunch of stuff at home and had her phone turned off, waiting for me to call. So finally, she was doing laundry and stuff like that. So finally, we talked at like 11 and agreed that we would meet at the pool at like 1 o'clock, 1:30. So I, on my way home, because I needed to drop all this stuff off that I had gotten at home. On my way home, I did oh my God, I forgot that I got in this really bad construction zone. Oh well, this will give me time to vlog. Actually, let me stop this really quick and try to clean. I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? That orb. I'll clean it off when we stop. But anyway, I took the stuff home, and on the way, I did a review at Fazoli's. I did their mozzarella skewers, and then I came home and got all the other videos up and everything that I had pre-filmed, and then I left and went to the pool, and it was so nice. There was like nobody at the pool yesterday. So I went to the pool where Tanya and I both have memberships, and there was probably, no lie, 15 people total at the pool. And I was like, Tanya, where is everybody? And she's like, they're all on vacation, probably. So she's like, they're all on vacation and their dogs are at the kennel. That's what she said. So we hung out at the pool. Then her husband came up, and then they got hot dogs. And we stayed up there till about 4:30-ish because we both wanted to get naps before we went to the meeting. I was starting to fade. I was so tired because I had been up since like, you know, early in the morning. I have to just say that I haven't been doing my morning like prayers and meditations as much as I used to do it. And yesterday, and just sitting there and drinking my coffee and not rushing and just doing my prayers, doing a gratitude list, reading my meditation books, like I felt so balanced and centered, and just good, just happy, you know? I feel like just filled with, you know, the sunlight of the spirit, so to speak. And I need to start doing that every day. Which I say that, and then I didn't do it today. So I need to start doing that every day. But, so I came home and laid down with the dogs and took a nap for about an hour, less than, probably 45 minutes. And then took a shower and got ready. I used the new Bumble and Bumble shampoo that I had and conditioner that I just bought, which is really, really nice. And then I used that lotion that somebody told me was a Sol de Janeiro dupe, like for the Boom Boom cream. And it was actually really good. It's really nice lotion. So I used that. And, by the way, if you're looking for a cologne for your husband or for yourself, I guess even, you know, or whoever, yesterday at the pool, I had only sprayed like 1 or 2 squirts of it on. Alex had bought me for my birthday that Louis Vuitton Meteor because the neighbor across the street, he wore it. We always talk about colognes, he and I. Not the one directly across the street, but the one to the side. He's real fun, and so he and I are always talking about colognes. And that's like his new favorite cologne. So I was telling Alex that, so he got it for me for my birthday, and I've been getting like tons of compliments on it. And so when I was at the pool yesterday, the woman that was like checking us in, like took our cards and stuff like that, she was like, "Ooh, you smell so good." She was like, "What do you have on?" Well, first she was like to Tanya, she's like, "He smells so good. I wish my husband would wear cologne." Tanya's like, "Yeah, I wish my husband would too." And she just kind of looked at her like she didn't get it. But So, there are cliques in the pool, though. Can I just tell you? Tanya was like, we were in the pool, and there was like this group of like 4 older ladies, and Tanya said, I've been coming here for like 10 years now, and those ladies will never talk to me. They've never talked to me once. She's been coming longer than that. She's been coming for like 20 years to that pool. So, but anyway, so that was fun. Then we went to our meeting last night. We had a good time at our meeting. Then afterwards, Tanya was like craving White Castle. Before we even left for the meeting, she's like, can you drive me through White Castle on the way home? I'm craving White Castle. So afterwards, I drove her through the White Castles and got her food. And then took her home. And then I came home. And Alex had gone out to dinner after he worked out with his girlfriend, because they worked out together and did hot yoga. They went to some place called Pies and Pints or something in Clay Terrace. So we got a pizza, and I had a piece of his cheese and jalapeno pizza when I got home. And then I was so tired, I like lay down in bed, and I told Alex, he was like working on something. I said, I'm gonna lay down for like an hour. And he said, okay. And I woke up and it was like 2-something in the morning, and I was gonna go vlog. Well, the other thing was I really wanted to listen to my audiobook, because I finished the book. What was I reading before that? Hairpin Bridge by Taylor Adams. I gave it 3 stars. I really didn't like it that well. The reason partly was because it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. It wasn't horrible, and it was very much in his same style as his previous book, No Exit, but it just was different to me. I don't know, I just, it felt kind of like this horror movie trope that I don't love, which is like where there's like a girl and she's like stranded on the interstate and she's being hunted down by somebody. Like, that was what it was, and I don't love that trope. Like, and you know, it's different when it's like over the course of 2 weeks and they're like running from city to city to city, but when it's like all told in the one day, you know, and they're like running through the woods and all that kind of stuff, like, I don't love that. And that was very much this book. It basically was a standoff on this bridge for like the entire book, of her trying to figure out like what had happened to her sister. I don't know, I just didn't love the book. So anyway, I've always wondered if this street goes through, and I don't think it does. Oh no, it says no outlet, because I see people turn down here because of the construction. You just sit here all day long. The reason we sit here all day long is because of this light up here, and I wonder why they don't just disable this light up here, but oh well. So, because you can't turn one way at this light. I know you can't turn left, so if they disable the light, then people could just go straight through, and it would be a lot quicker, but, or if they even just like put a stop sign there instead of a light, you know what I mean, while the construction's getting done. The construction that I never see anybody working on, that's been here all summer. It looks like they're working on something up here, but I just see something shining in the sun. I don't really see anybody working. Anyway, so yeah, I finished the Hairpin Bridge book, and then I started the new Misfortune book. The book 20 came out yesterday. I was so excited, and so I finished that book on the way home from the pool, and so I started. Or did I start it on the way home? And just listen to music. I can't remember. I think I was just listening to music. So I started last night on the way home from dropping off Tanya, Frightfully Fortune, book 20, and it takes place at Halloween. And it's the Halloween festival in Sinful, Louisiana. And I'm so excited about it, reading it. So I started that last night. Yeah. And yeah. And that's it. Da! But I only listened to like 5 minutes. Well, I can tell you exactly how many minutes I'm into it, because I just started listening to it again, and I didn't listen to very much of it. I'm 24 minutes into it right now, and it's 8 minutes and 26 minutes, 8 hours and 26 minutes long and 49 seconds. And I'm 24 minutes into it. But her books are narrated, like the Cassandra Campbell, who narrates her. Oh my God, she's like my favorite narrator on audio or Audible. She reads the books rather slowly, so I can listen to it at 3 times speed with no problem. But I listen to it at 5 speed because I like to enjoy it. So I'll probably finish it today or tomorrow. It just depends on how much of it I listen to as I drive around. I was actually going to get up today and go to Ruth's Cafe and have lunch. Well, now it's too late because they close at 3 o'clock. But when I got up early this morning, I was like, okay, I'm going to get up early. I'm going to go do all this kind of stuff. And then I'm going to go have lunch at Ruth's Cafe. And then I just came back to bed. I don't know why. And I was like so tired. That's like one of the small things I can tell about the dogs, about them getting older. Like when they were younger, and it makes me really sad. Boo and Tucker are gonna be, I think their birthday, for so long, because Alex had it written down that their birthday was like in September, but that was actually the day that we got them. And I had written down that their birthday was like July 26th, which is next Monday. And if that is their true birthday, then they'll be 12 years old next Monday. So I've got to look in there because I have all the dogs' birthdays written down. And Boo, Tucker, and Pee Pee. I have it written down somewhere in my phone, and I think it's the 26th if I remember correctly. But like Alex and I for a long time we disagreed on that because he was like, no, it's in September, and I was like, no, it's not September because that's when we picked them up, was like the end of September. And he was like, really? So we were just talking about that recently, and he was like, you know, you were right about that, picking up the dogs in September thing. He was like, I think their birthdays would have to be like 10 to 12 weeks before that, and we like figured it out, and I was like, see, it is July 20th, it comes right down to July 26th or something. So, anyway, their little birthday's coming up, but what is, I can tell that they're getting older in some ways. It's weird because Boo Radley does things like he looks confused a lot recently, but he still has that little puppy dog look in his eyes. Like he still looks like a little puppy dog to me, but like he looks confused a lot about stuff. And Tucker seems fine. Tucker and Boo Radley, one of the things that really makes them realize that they're older is that they sleep a lot. Like they could sleep all day long. You know, I was thinking this when I was coming out to the car today. Like, I am not old by any means. I mean, I know that I joke about being the old man on YouTube and all that kind of stuff, but I mean, 49 is really not that old in the grand scheme of things, you know? But you do start feeling older as you get, you know, like you don't wake up as fast, and you're slower sometimes as you wake up, and like your morning, like your first couple hours, it just takes a lot more to get you together. And I don't know, like my back hurts a little bit, everything hurts a little bit, you know what I mean? Like I'm not in pain, but everything, like it's like I could use somebody like a chiropractor or a massage therapist just to like, you know, and it's like I just feel like I need to be limbered up or something, you know? And I was thinking, it's like, God, like you don't realize when you're younger, like that you just like wake up out of bed. Like hell, I could have drank and used all night long and woken up the next morning and like even had a slight headache but felt pretty good. It's like I don't even drink or use anything anymore, and some days I wake up and I feel hungover, you know? It's crazy. I just wish for a day where I would wake up and feel fantastic again, you know? Okay, here's Crumbl cookies, and there's no parking right in front, but there's nobody here. 20-minute parking. Oh, I'm gonna go park right here. Is there anybody inside? The line is short, so I am going to go into Crumbl cookies and get my cookies, and then I will be back. All right, bye. Okay, I'm back. Welcome back. I heard that on a commercial the other day, and I was like, I can't remember what the commercial was like geared towards, but I was like, these people that are in this commercial, they have never even seen Welcome Back Kotter. They have no idea. My hands are so sticky. I just got that review done, and had a fun time at Crumbl Cookies. I will say that people, I don't know if it's Indiana, I don't know if it's Crumbl Cookies, I don't know if it's their craving, but they're not real happy when you're waiting in line, okay? If you're trying to have conversations with them and, oh my Lord, this person just comes tearing through here. If you're trying to have conversation and be friendly, you know, I was trying to be funny, and there was this girl behind me, and she was about probably 50, she had car keys in her hand, so 16, 17, something like that, right? And honest to God, everybody else that was in their place was like my age and older, and I'm talking up to 80, okay? I mean, it was like the elderly day at Crumbl Cookies, no lie, okay? I was like, oh, this is when my people come. We all come here like in the middle of the day on a Wednesday. My hands are still sticky. So anyway, so I turned to this little gal, right? And I'm trying to be real friendly to her. And I said, well, I guess you came at the right time. It's old people's day today. And she was like, well, whatever. Can't even be friendly. And then I tried to talk to the guy that was in front of me. And he wasn't very friendly. And then I got up to the counter, and the guy that worked at the counter, he was real friendly. I said to him, I guess it's old people's day today. Because I thought it was like a real funny joke, you know? If you've told the joke 4 or 5 times to 4 different people, maybe it's not a funny joke. I don't know. But I wasn't saying it to none of the old people. I'm old, so, I mean, I'm not that old, right? But anyway. Didn't we just have this conversation before I did my Crumbl cookie review? Anyway. But, so I said it to the guy at the counter. He kind of thought it was funny. I said, it's kind of old people day in here, I guess, today, isn't it? And he goes, I guess. And then I counted, and they had 18 people working in that store. He was real friendly, though. They're real friendly. They're like the baristas at Starbucks. Like, they're always so happy and stuff, you know? Things. Okay, I need to turn on the air, because it is hot tamales in here. Woo! Where are my sunglasses? Where did I put my sunglasses? Oh. Or can't we have nice things? Where did I put them? Are you kidding me? I haven't even been anywhere today. My new meeting guide that I got last night. Has all the meetings in Indianapolis in it. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to wear these sunglasses. These aren't the ones I had on. I don't know what happened to the ones I had on. I like these Key sunglasses. It's Q-U-A-Y, but they pronounce it Key. I like them. But I'll tell you, and they're $60. Which is not the most expensive sunglass in the world, but it's not the cheapest either. I'll tell you what right now. First of all, these little things right here, the nose things, they fall off like nobody's business. And second of all, these sunglasses are not the sturdiest sunglasses in the world, but I do love them. They're the most comfortable sunglasses I've ever worn. I feel like the Kardashians kind of single-handedly made these famous because they were wearing them everywhere for a while. I was watching this commercial last night, and it had Khloe Kardashian in it, which I think she is so pretty. I love Khloe Kardashian. But she was eating popcorn in the advertisement. Have you seen this commercial where she's eating her daughters at the end of it? She's eating popcorn, and her nails are so long, they're like this long, that she's picking popcorn out of this bowl with just the nails. And I don't know why, but that grossed me out so bad. I was like... The ad had nothing to do with popcorn, okay? I don't know what the ad was. It was some health thing that she was, I don't know. Apparently she swears by or something. But she's sitting there just acting like she's watching TV in this commercial, you know? And so at this one point, she's like picking popcorn out of this bowl, and her nails are so long that she's picking the popcorn out with just her nails. And I was like, I don't know why that grossed me out. What is wrong with me? Oh my God, I need some lip gloss or something today. Okay. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the rest of the day. This lip gloss is almost gone. I was thinking about, I was gonna maybe go to the pool today, but it's kind of cloudy today. Kind of, not cloudy, but like hazy cloudy. probably go home and film a Peterisms video. Maybe sit outside and do my meditations, since I didn't do them this morning. And do a Peterisms video, do a drama video. Do you know what I need to do? Is I need to go to the Meijer and get some Kool-Aid, because I was going to do this pickles and Kool-Aid video. That's what I'll do right now, is I'll head over to the Meijer. I'll make you guys come with me to the Meijer. But I was going to go to the Meijer, I was going to do this pickles and Kool-Aid video for my Peter Does Stuff channel. And I don't know why I didn't just get the Kool-Aid the other day. I should have. But I've been doing these food hacks, you know, like on, there's some really good looking ones. There's some ones that look really good though. There's like this feta cheese one that I want to try, but it's like legit, like you make a meal. It's not just like, you know, macaroni and cheese in a cup. Oh, that's the other thing I can do, is I can get, because I got milk last week and I got a small container of it and it's expired, so I can get milk and I can get cheese and do this mac and cheese in a cup. I can do that video today too. It's 81 outside. I think it's supposed to be nice tomorrow and Friday. If it is, then maybe I'll make those pool days and I'll try to get up real early. Last night I had such a good time at the meeting. What did we talk about? I didn't sit in a group with Tanya last night. What did we talk about last night in my group? Fear. We talked about fear. And managing fear and sobriety. And, you know, it's interesting, like, I say this a lot in meetings. I don't think I've said it a lot in videos, but probably, like, you know, it feels like every 6 months or so, like, my sponsor or somebody just random in the program will say something that sticks with me. That is such a moment of clarity that I'm like, oh, wow, like, you know, like an aha moment, that I never looked at things like that before. And when I was doing my 5th step with my sponsor, when I had done my inventory and I was going over with my sponsor, you know, there was like this thing on my inventory that, like, I've had a really hard time letting go of, you know, for years now. I mean, years and years and years. Like a big part of my life. And she was like, my sponsor said, do you believe, like, that God can take care of that piece? And I was like, I don't know where God is in that, you know? And then she was like, well, but you believe that God has cleaned up all of this other stuff in your life as well, right? And I was like, yeah. It's like repairing relationship kind of thing from years ago. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, you can't pick your agnosticism. And I've said this on here before, but it's like, it was so powerful to me when she said it. And I was like, what? And she goes, you can't pick your agnosticism. God is either everything or nothing. And it was such an aha moment to me of, like, really testing my faith. Of, like, you know, I'm not a Bible thumper. I don't identify as any certain religion, but I am a very spiritual person, and I really do believe that there is a higher power working in my life every day. And I do believe that. And I believe that I'm on a journey and that God has a plan for me. I really do firmly believe that. And so then to have that challenge where my sponsor is saying to me, God either is or he isn't, which was said to me on day one. I mean, it's in our basic text. It says that, you know. And so then to 26 and a half years later, have my sponsor saying to me, you know, like, you can't pick your agnosticism. And I thought, it's really true. Like, you know, so fear then, which there's all these anagrams for fear and sobriety. There's F everything and run. And there's a bunch of everything, a bunch of other things, but, you know, we also talk about faith without works is dead. So, like, if you have faith but you're not doing anything to put action to your faith in your life, and maybe that's what it is when you have a lot of fear. You know, and I think we were talking last night about fear and control being aligned. You know, when you can't control the outcome of something, then there's fear, and it's unmanageable fear because you don't know what to do with it, right? But at the same time, then there you are again trying to play God. And what's the point in trying to play God? I mean, you're not, you know, and if you really do believe in a God, then why are you picking your agnosticism? And I just think it's such a powerful thing. So, like, I mean, the idea that if you believe in God, then God can take care of all things that you put in God's hands, right? If you don't believe in God, then okay, that's a completely different thing. But if you do, I don't know. And I think that's why, like, so many people that are, like, I've had close personal friends of mine that when something goes, that were devout, you know, in their faith, that when something went horribly wrong in their life, like some horrible tragedy, right? They turned away from their faith and they said, I don't believe in a God. Because if they believed in a God would not have horrible things like that happen in their life. I don't have, and I'm not putting down anybody that feels that way, but I don't have that kind of view of God. I don't believe that God prevents horrible things from happening. I believe that God can, but I believe that we're all on a journey and we don't know where our journey is supposed to take us, you know? But I believe that God, you know, like, I can remember saying to my mom, like, years ago that I was, like, praying for a relationship to work. And she was like, oh, sweetie, she was like, we don't pray for things like that. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, God isn't a wish granter, you know, like, she said something like that, you know. She was like, God doesn't grant wishes. God, like, you pray to God for things like love, tolerance, understanding, compassion while you're going through a situation like that, right? So I think, like, for me, that's what I look to with my higher power, is when I'm going through hard times or tragedy, that God is there to lean on, to help me with that. Not to take it away, necessarily. I mean, I wish sometimes, you know. Not to give me back the relationship, but to give me the understanding and compassion to help me work on my part of the relationship, you know. And I don't know, like, just several things that have been said to me about higher power understanding through the years have really helped me, and my sponsor saying that to me was one of them. It's like, okay, you pick and choose where your faith is. It's like, you know, people that are like, I believe that God can do anything, and then, like, something happens in their life and they no longer feel that way, you know. And it's like, well, God is either is everything or nothing, right? Like, and it's hard, because then when you go through something really hard, I think the hard things, I mean, obviously not the easy things test your faith. I think it's the hard things that test your faith, you know? They always have the weirdest cars over here. They have this Venezuelan food truck called El Venezuela on it. And then, like, this is like a car, like, they're selling that stuff. Back in the day when I used to go visit my friend in Denver, after we would go out, there would be these women on the street, like right in front of the clubs, and they would sell burritos, and they would have coolers of them. Like, each of them would come with, it was always like a woman and a man. And they would have like 4 or 5 coolers with them, huge coolers, right? And they would open the coolers, and the coolers would be sectioned in 3. And it would be like, they were handmade burritos, and they were like just bean burritos, like bean and rice and cheese burritos, or like bean and meat burritos or something. I don't know. They were separated like into 3 different things. And all the burritos were the same price. And you could get, like, it was like 1 for $2 or 3 for $5 or something like that, right? And one night my friend, he said to her, he said to this one woman something about, like, now, do you guys that sell the burritos, do you all know each other? And she was like, yeah, we're all sisters. And he was like, oh, really? And she was like, yeah, I have like 6 sisters or something, and each of us does a different, we like cook during the day, and then we like do a different place at night. And like, he and I like did the math on this, And we were like, they are making a killing on these burritos, right? And how they were the best burritos in the entire world. And these women were so nice. They were so nice, right? To have to deal with a bunch of drunks at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Because like if you came out there before the bar closed, they weren't out there. Like they came out there like right at 3. And they literally, like everybody would rush over there. And their coolers would sell out in like 15 to 20 minutes flat. Like no lie, right? And I was like, I know you have to have like a food license to sell food on the street and stuff like that. But like Alex's mom and all of them, they're empanadas and cachapas and arepas and stuff like that. Now, you know, like a cachapa or like a arepa would be hard to like transport, but like an empanada, like his grandma's empanadas are like nobody's business. And I was like, we should have them all like on weekends. They could cook and then we could go sit outside. This was like years ago I said this. And then we could sit outside the bar with these coolers and we could sell these empanadas. I said people would buy these empanadas up like nobody's business. Because what, you know, when you're done going out to the bar, the one thing is you're super hungry, you know what I mean? When I started that camera up after my review, it was so, touching the camera was so hot because it's sitting right in the sun. It's really, really hot. I'm hoping it doesn't just like die like that one day. I have a little bit of cookie over here. Oh, it just crumbled up. Oh, that was funny. Crumbl cookies. I think they're good cookies. I'm trying to think of like what I think the best cookie I've ever had is in my entire life. I don't know that I even know. Probably like some kind of homemade cookie, you know. Oh my God, do you know what I love? At Christmas time are those Buckeyes. Oh, I love those so much. Those peanut butter and chocolate. Those are like my favorite cookies. And then the other one that I love is like where it's like a peanut butter cookie or something, and then you take a chocolate kiss and you put them right down in the middle of those. I don't know what those are called, but I love those too. And the other thing I love, now my mom, she did not make them as pretty as my aunt did. But my aunt, back in the day, they were perfection. You should have seen them. She used a cookie press. Do you guys know what a cookie press is? Okay, so I still have my mom's at home. It's like this metal thing, and you put the dough inside of it, and then on the very end is a press. And so you can put different, like, I don't know really how to explain it. Different, like, filters kind of thing on the end of it. So when you press this thing down, it has, you know, then it comes out of the bottom of it. And if it's like you have a little flour thing, it comes out in a little flour. They're like little tea cookies, right? And they're fantastic. And the flavor of the dough is like, I don't even really know how to explain it. It's like a sugar cookie, but not a sugar cookie. I don't know how to explain, but oh my God, my aunt made the best pressed cookies ever. They were so good. My aunt was such a great cook anyway. I miss my aunt's cooking. She loved to cook. You know, that's one thing, like, I don't love to cook, and people are always like, oh, you should try it, you would love to cook. No, I don't love to cook. I'm not any good at it. And that's part of the thing is that I get frustrated, right? Because I'm trying to cook and then I'm not any good at it. So I get frustrated with it because it doesn't turn out the way that I want to. It doesn't taste the right way or whatever. But one thing that I really love is when people are passionate about cooking and they just love to cook. Like my aunt in the fall and the winter, she loved to make soups, and she would make like homemade, like a big pot of homemade soup or chili or stew or whatever, and then she would make homemade bread with it. So she would send my mom, like she'd call my mom and she'd say, stop by, I've got soup and some bread for you. And so she sent home, my mother probably lived off my aunt's cooking for the last 5 years of her life, true story. Because my aunt would make something like on a Sunday, like corned beef and cabbage, and then she would call my mom and my mom would come and she'd be like, here, you can have, I made a bunch for you too. And my mom would eat that for like the next couple days. She'd always say, Kathy is so good to me, she always feeds me and stuff. But she would like make a whole thing of stew, and then, you know, like, then, or anything like in a crock pot, like corned beef and cabbage, or, you know, ham and beans. My mom loved my Aunt Kathy's ham and beans. And then she would make like a big loaf of bread or cornbread or whatever to go with it. And she loved doing it. She loved making this. She'd like say, oh, I just love making soups and stews and stuff like that. I love when people are like so passionate about cooking that they get so excited about it, you know? I don't. I get excited about reading audiobooks. So that's what I should be doing. It's kind of a really pretty day. It's weird. It's like the whole cloud is filled with clouds, but they're kind of like, if you look at them, they're like a little pinkish. It's kind of hard to explain. But the sun is coming through too, to some degree, and it's kind of hazy. It's a really pretty day. Can I tell you what my my good Judy, Tanya Jean, got herself? She got herself a used convertible Mercedes. She thinks she is hot to trot. Let me just tell you. It is so beautiful, though. It really, really is. And so yesterday I pulled up to the pool, and I was right next to her. So when we were leaving, she was like pushing the thing to like put the sunroof down and whatever. She looks so cute in it. I'm so happy for her. She's still, her husband, like, so Tanya and Eric have bought, well, that's not true. The car that she drives, she got through the dealership, but her husband's always looking for pickup trucks and Jeep Wranglers and stuff, and he buys them in auctions and whatever. That's not actually how they bought the Mercedes. So they bought the Mercedes through somebody that they knew that just wanted to get rid of it. And it's a beautiful car. But Tanya's just going to keep it for like driving in the summer and stuff like that. So she has an SUV for like the fall and winter. And because she hauls so much stuff for her job and whatever. Her other second car used to be a Jeep Wrangler. And she's had a couple of Jeep Wranglers since I've known her. They're so funny. Like, a car for me is like a thing that like I really like think about and think about and think about and think about and think about, you know? Like, Tanya will just call me and she'll be like, yeah, I got a Jeep Wrangler today. And I'm like, what? And she'll be like, yeah, Eric saw one. And, you know, he went over, Eric knows like everything to do with cars. And she'll be like, so he went over and he checked this one out that was for sale. And it was a real good price and everything's great about it. So we got the Jeep Wrangler, so I'm gonna drive it for the summer and then I'm gonna sell it in the fall. Like, what? I love that about them though, you know? I love just lazy days like this. I'm just like, well, I mean, it's not a lazy day, but you know, hazy lazy days. It could be. I could just sit outside and read all day long if I wanted to. I could. Tanya and I got laughing so hard yesterday because I said something to her about, one of the things I do is like, okay, I just realized this recently, and I said something to her about it yesterday, and she goes, oh, I know you do that. She goes, I can see it drives you crazy. And she's like, she's like, that's one of the things you probably need to work on. And what it is that like, I know that when I say this, you guys are going to be like, that's a character defect to you, but it really is, because it really does, like, other people don't really care, is what I have found, is that I always think through situations to kind of try to make situations perfect, right? Like yesterday, when I saw where Tanya was parked at the pool, like, I parked next to her, and I was like, oh, so that we could walk out together, and then we could, like, you know, stand there for a second and talk before we walked off. I you know, imagine, like, the whole scene in my head. So when we were walking out yesterday, she was, like, getting ready to leave, and I was, like, still putting my stuff together, and I said, are you not gonna wait for me? And she was like, well, I'm just going to the car. I mean, we're both leaving at the same time. And I said, I know, but I thought that we could, you know, walk out to the car together and whatever. And so when we were walking out, I told her, I said, I specifically parked there so we could walk out together and whatever. And I said, I always think this thing through with anything, with Alex and I, with my friends, with my dad, with anybody in my life, I do this, right? Like, I always, like, think scenarios through so that, like, in my head, it's got kind of like this perfect ending kind of thing to it, you know? Do you think that's weird? Do any of you do that? You know, like, you make the house a certain way, expecting, like, your partner to come home and, you know, be like, oh, this, or whatever. And sometimes it turns out that way, and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. I think it's probably about setting my expectations too high as well, which I need to not do. but we got laughing because Tanya said, during this conversation, she said, how about this? She said, how about you do you and I do me, and then we'll just be fine. I said, okay, you do you then. And she goes, no, you do you. And I said, no, you do you. And she goes, okay, I'm doing me. And I said, me too. And we got laughing so hard. Oh, man. I trimmed my beard. I actually got some sun yesterday. I didn't think I really did, but I did. Now it's 81 today. The next 2 days are supposed to be like 84. I wonder where my other sunglasses went. Did they just disappear? I probably sat on it after. Oh, they're in my pocket. I hope they're not crushed. When I walked into Crumbl Cookies. Did I not just say at the beginning of this vlog, I was like, or the beginning of the second part of this vlog, did I not just say I didn't go in anywhere? Where did they go? And they're in my pocket because I walked into Crumbl Cookies. Am I really that big of an idiot? Just you do you, and I'll do me. I'm so silly, aren't I? Oh. Now the sun kind of went behind some clouds. It's not so sunny, hazy anymore. I'm gonna get cheese and milk to do some macaroni and cheese, and then I'm gonna get whatever you have to do these Kool-Aid pickles. I have a feeling the Kool-Aid pickles are gonna be grody. Did you guys ever say grody back in the day? I'm ready for Stranger Things, the next season to come out. I feel like that show should come out in the summer. I don't know why they're waiting. Maybe they couldn't film during COVID, probably, but I'm ready to see it. They need to be filming like this, because if they don't, those kids are going to be 35 by the next time we're filming another season. Or is this the last season of Stranger Things? It can't be. Is it? Does anybody know? I probably have looked it up before, and I know, and I've just chosen to forget it or something. There are all kinds of people at the grocery. Okay, I'm back. My battery died while I was driving over to Meijer. So I was like, when I got here, my camera was so hot that I was like, I'm just gonna wait until I get done with going to the Meijer. Oh, I got a bunch of text. I have to tell you what was so funny is I got all these things to do food hacks for my Peter Does Stuff channel, and I also got something that I'm real excited about trying for my Peter Reviews channel. But while I was in line checking out, I was like in the self-checkout, there was this woman. She just came over here to this car. And like it's her and her little boy, he's probably like 4. And she's just gorgeous. And she's like in like running shorts and her hair back in a ponytail. And she's like beautiful. And she had like this really cool Louis Vuitton purse and, you know, perfect diamond earrings. And her son was just like being very polite and sweet and looked just like his mom. And so she looked over because the woman was helping me weigh something, some fruit. And she looked over at me and she was like smiling. She's like, hi. And I was like, hi. And why is it that when I looked at her, I thought, oh my God, you're like one of those wives in every book that I read, and your whole life, and you don't even know it. You're just happy at the Meijer with your Louis Vuitton purse and your pretty life, and you don't even know that your life is about to be completely ruined. You don't. I'm like sitting there looking at her, and I'm like, you're like every movie or every TV show I watch and every book that I read. Your life is about to just come out from underneath you, and you have no idea. You think you're so happy, but that's not the truth. That is what is going on with these books and these shows that I watch. I think that everybody's life is about to fall apart except for mine, because see, I'm the detective, so it never happens to me in mine. Anyway, woo! Let me pull over here and see what my husband was texting to me really quick. Now I have too many sunglasses, because I found my other pair of sunglasses. Well, my other pair of sunglasses, they were in my short pocket, so I told you that. Anyway, okay. Let's see. He was just filming me on his day. You know what I just realized? I didn't get anything for dinner. And he's not getting home till late tonight because he has a chiropractor appointment, and then he's got something else that he has to do. So he's not gonna be home until like 8 or 8:30 tonight, if not even till later than that. I'm like, what am I gonna eat? Crumbl cookies, I guess. Look at all these people hanging out here behind Organic Nails. Let's go see them and say hi. They're all hanging out back here smoking cigarettes. Look at them. They're having so much fun. There's 4 guys back here. Hi! Hello! I'm going in there to get my nails done. They look like they are having too much fun. Tanya said to me yesterday, she said, is it time for you to get a pedicure yet? I said, honey, it is always time for me to get a pedicure, but like in the summer, because I'm in the pool and stuff so much, my feet are so basically baby soft all the time that I don't need to, you know, I don't need a pedicure like I do. And I said, and I did just trim my toenails the other day because I like to keep them like really nice looking, and my fingernails as well, you know. So I was like, no, but I said, I'm more than happy to go and just have that chair do that thing. I love that chair. Tanya, Jean, and I have been getting pedicures together for 24 years at the exact same spot. LV Nails on Allisonville Road. They're fantastic. They've actually been bought out by like 4 people, but this last, it's a husband and wife that own it now. They've owned it for a really, really long time, and they're super nice. And she always does my nails. And he always does Tanya's. And she's fantastic. This guy right next to me looks like Michael from Pathology. I mean, I know it's not him. I know what Michael looks like, but I'm like, he looks an awful lot like him. They could be brothers. I'm kind of excited to go home and make the rest of these videos today now that I have all the ingredients for it. All the ingredients of the world. I'm also excited about listening to the Misfortune book. And I might go for a swim later, as it is warm. And that's about that. I need to call my sponsor at some point and check in with her. She got a new little puppy dog. I think I talked about it on here. Oh my gosh, he is so cute. She named him Indy because of like the Indianapolis 500. And because she loves race cars and all that kind of stuff. This little dog is so cute. She's obsessed with him. She goes, I've got him checkered everything. His bed is checkered like the Indianapolis, because like the, you know, the flags of the Indianapolis 500. She's like, I got him a checkered bed. I got him checkered. He has all these bow ties that I got him. He's like this big and he won't get any bigger than that. And he's like a miniature Alaskan Husky or something. I don't know what he is, or Australian something. I don't know. He's so cute. And he's got like the bluest eyes in the entire world. And she took a picture the other day from like the bathtub, and she like put it on her Facebook, and she was like, I'm never gonna have any privacy anymore, or something like that. And her 2 other dogs are getting along with him really well, which is great, you know? So, well, anyway, I think I'm going to listen to a little bit of my audiobook before I get home and upload all of these videos and start filming some other videos. So I'm going to get off here now. And yeah, that's about that. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. And I hope that you guys are having good days and having good times. If you're going through something tough in your life right now, this too shall pass. I know it's hard to believe that when you're going through it, but it will. And I love you very much. Be kind to one another. Practice random acts of kindness, like I also always say. And like I also always say, don't tell anyone. Just do it to be nice and to put some positivity out there in the world. And I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Oh, and for anybody that needs to hear it, one more daytime. I love you. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.